Christy. Welcome to Christy's Stamping Spot. Morning. Just getting all my things going. I didn't have to reboot this morning. But man, I ain't getting the stuff ready. Stuff. How's everybody? Did you everyone have a great weekend? Oh my gosh, it goes by so quick, the weekend. So quick. I don't understand. It's always over there. It's live. Yay! Hi. Okay, so let's. So I did not get my pre-order. It's supposed to come today, but I did get my new ink. So let me go ahead and turn you guys down. So I got my new ink colors. Isn't that beautiful? Oh! Uh-oh. I forgot to check my thing. I wonder if I can fix it. How it's too much. For some reason, my camera wants to like over pixelate. To see if I can get it to come up and then I can fix it. I don't know if I can do it while I'm streaming. Might not let me. It can be kind of crazy. Okay, here it is. Image. Oh, there's always like 10,000 things. So hopefully this will be better. Yep, it does. It does. It goes all the way until where it can go. See, now you can see it's not as overly pixelated. It's so weird how it does that. Okay, there we go. Muy bien. That way you guys don't have the weird look. Okay, so these are the new inks, and they came. And so if you've gotten, what did I do with that packaging? It's way over there. They come in like a, this came not UPS, but in the mail, and it has like these vacuum closed, really secure bubble wrap. It's just like, it takes me, I don't know, scissors and almost feel like a jackhammer to get into it, but they came so fabulous. So these are the new ink colors: Petunia Pop, Peach Pie, Summer Splash, Pretty and Pink, and Shy Shamrock. So I'm so awesome. I got my colors. So the rest of my pre-order should show up later today, hopefully. And what I'm talking about is the new annual catalog, the 24-25 annual catalog. Not pretty. So we are, I've got like a week left for the mailer selector. So if you are one of my customers, or I will be getting this in the mail to you. And if you don't have a demonstrator and you would like one of these catalogs, shoot me an email. I'll have in the description of this video, so you can get your hands on one of these, because that means our other catalogs are going, the annual catalog, which is the 2023 that we're going at now. This is actually, the retiring list is out, so it retires officially May, I think it's May 1st or May 2nd, May 1st. And so anything that's in this or that's in our January to April mini catalog, that the retiring list is out for both of these. So everything in this that is not getting carried over is retiring soon. So that means all products are while supplies last. So if there's anything in the mini catalog or this annual catalog that's not going to be around, after that, make sure you guys get on it. We have a last chance sale, but that begins April 9th. Not everything is on sale. There are some really great sales starting April 9th, but that's stuff. Things like the old in colors, like the Tahitian Tide and Parakeet Party, Sweet Sorbet, Starlight, and Orchard Oasis. Those are going. I think the Parakeet Party refill is already out, so that the in color stuff goes away really quickly. So if that is something that you guys want, to make sure you get on and get it. Okay, so I'm gonna make. So I was watching a fun video, and I will have it posted from B. It was on Instagram. She was doing a reel, and I saw this really cool. It was like a journal that she made with the 12 by 12 piece. So I've modified it so that I can do it to make it like this. So I've only really made it once, and I don't know. I have about an hour, so hopefully we can maybe get it done. But isn't this super cute? So I'm gonna show you guys how to make this one little journal. card, make some little tags to go in it. I made this little note, the little notes and cards with the love this moment. Now this is in our, this stamp set is in the mini catalog, but it is carrying over. It's going to be a part of the online exclusive, so you guys can get a chance to get a hold of that. But this is kind of a fun stamp set. It has, like, this can make the lines like one of the library cards, right? I use this one to make the little notes and the little dots so we can check them off. Isn't that cute? But anyway, you can put whatever you want in these stamp. But let me go ahead and show you the basic. Now when she did hers, she made a bigger one. So she did the 12 by 12 and she cut hers at 7.5, or not, no, 9.5, and then it went down to 7.5. I'm going to cut mine at 7.5 so that we're, after the 2 inches where I have it folded down, it's smaller. So hers is bigger, and you can tell this is like my first attempt, as this is not even in the right place. And hers, she actually had the pocket go all the way to the edges. I'm going to have mine be centered. I really kind of like the way that looks when it's centered. So I modified it a little bit, but I think you guys are going to like it. So let me go ahead and get started with that. And, you know, I was hoping I could get this on here so I could see if you guys were commenting. Anybody jumps on this early in the morning. Oops, my daughter said it sounds good. Well, that's nice. Hopefully I can see that if that happens. Okay, so I'm going to use some of this Nature Sweetness Designer Series paper, 12 by 12. This is a gorgeous pack of Designer Series paper. I like it too because it has like this piece. I thought it would make it great for journals. So we will, I'll use this to cut out to make some of the inserts. But let's go ahead, move this aside. And, okay, so first thing we want to do is cut it down. So this is the regular 12 by 12, and this Nature Sweetness is actually carrying over. We don't usually have Designer Series paper that carries over, but this is really exciting that this one is. There's a couple of them that are, which we haven't had in the past. Let me move these inks down. I'm so excited about my new ink colors, but that means I'm going to have to move my other ink colors off there, out of their space, and move it down. Okay, so I'm going to do it at 7.5 because we want to score it at 2, and then so we're going to save this extra piece because we're going to need this to do our inside things. Okay, and then after you scored it at the 7, so it's 12 by 12 by 7.5, and then the the long side needs to go, be by 2. So you want to score this at 2 on the long side because this is what's going to fold up to be our inside flaps. So you don't want to cut it. You want to, and remember when you're doing scoring Designer Series paper, you need to be softer so that it doesn't tear. So that's our 2. We got our 2 inches. Okay, so then we need to do. This is where it can be a little bit tricky. So our first score line is going to be at 4 1/4. So but that means the 4 1/4. So how we bend it is how we're going to do it. So I think it's going to go this way. I always forget how you do it. So it's a 4 1/4, and then 8.5 is how you score it. And then this side's the front. Let's see. Okay. So this is the front. So then this will be the inside. Because, there we go. Because this piece is the other side. So if you wanted this side to show, then you needed to score 4 1/4 on this side. I did it this way. So with this Designer Series paper, it doesn't matter because you need the smaller piece is your smaller piece is your front. Okay, so let me move this out of the way. Okay, so you're going to fold on your, you're going to need your bone folder You don't want to go too heavy with your score tool. You don't want to accidentally tear your pretty paper, right? So get that even, and this is going to fold over top. Awesome. So pretty. See, it's going to go just like that. Okay. So then I usually just smooth it out. There we go. Awesome. So this is the front. So if now we're going to cut this piece off. So try to keep it as straight as you can. I'm just going to use scissors. You could use your paper trimmer if you're really good at it. We are going to use it to do paper trimmer to do scoring, or you can get out your score. I guess I can get out the score tool. You can do it with your trimmer. Go. We need to keep that little piece here. So that's the one that's the front panel. You're going to take that one off. And then you're going to cut this down. Just like this. Okay. So this one, you can do two things. You can just use your tear and tape to do this. And I like to put a hole there. So I'm going to put my hole in there first. So I know it's even. Just like that. Now, I like to have a pocket. So when I do my pockets, so this is smaller, and what I do is I'm actually going to score the 1/8 down those edges, which can be a little tricky, but that will give me a space. It gives you like a little extra in the inside. So once you've cut it and then you've done your circle, and on this I use just as a 1-inch punch, and the other punch I'm going to use is actually the modern oval punch. So let's see, I have my score tool, and it's just important that you do it the same on both sides. And I like to do it about, you just need a little bit. So it's about 1/8 of an inch, and I'm just going to score that just to the little edge. Right, so it's about 1/8 of an inch. And you can do this on your tool as well, trimmer. This is, I find it's just easier for me to do it because I only want to do an eighth of an inch. So we're just making this little bitty fold, and then we're gonna just snip the edge just to that little edge there, just like that. And then I can move this out of the way. I just really like making the little pocket just a little bit easier. And then I have some really little tear and tape. You can use your glue, tear and tape. I actually have this really thin one that I found. It's like 1-inch double that I got from Lawn Fawn. Stampin' Up! Has, they're really nice, but it's a little bit thick. It's a little wider. I find for this one you really need the 1/8 inch. So you can either cut down your other tear and tape, or use glue or whatever you have. But the 1/8 inch I use for this. So I'm just gonna put that down here like that, and then use your bone folder, and get that nice and neat. You guys made little mini journals. So I haven't actually made that many, but I saw this and I was like, ooh, that looks cute. I just could not get it out of my mind. I'm like, ooh, I'm not very good at it, but I'm going to try it. So I did play with it a little bit last night after we got back from seeing Ghostbusters Frozen. It was the Frozen Empire, I think is what the name of it is. It was very fun. I like Ghostbusters. So we are enjoying it. And then we guess this week is King Kong, right? Godzilla and King Kong join forces. It's going to be fun. And they've given King Kong some mechanized armor or something. I'm sure it'll be lots of fun. I do like monster movies, so that should be very fun. Cartoon movies. Okay, so then if you have more of the tear and tape, just make sure that you've, if it goes over, you've just used your finger to make sure you've pushed it back. And then you just fold it over. And there we go. See, there's our little pocket. So that's our first pocket right there. That cute? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Okay. And so this one we're not going to need a pocket. We're going to do it so it's like a just like a flap, and we're going to cut a little piece. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to do a little bit of a maybe go to the edges like this. Give it a little bit of a I don't know, what is that called when you, I had the word 2 seconds ago. We go at an angle from the edge so that it folds better. Not toggle. I know that's not the word I'm looking for. I'm trying to think of what the word was that I was using. I had it like in my head. I want to say that it's because it's morning, but it's not. It's probably not even COVID brain. I'm sure it has more to do with being that whole premenopause. Am I right? My memory is not nearly as awesome. Okay, so there we go. Look at that. Yay. Okay, so this one we want to, on the front, we're going to use our modern oval punch, which I really like. So, and I'm going to just, find where I like to put my, I'm going to try to do it in the middle. Let's do the middle. Just punch that out. It's awesome. There we go. That's how it's gonna fold. And then we're just gonna, so you can keep that. I don't know if we're gonna need that piece. Okay, but we do need this piece. So this is the piece that we cut from right here. Okay, and it's a little bit smaller from here, which is fine. We do need to on the one end, and I try to do the end that is the end that I cut with my scissors, because it's not nearly as good. It's not nearly as straight, and since we're going to push that one down, it doesn't matter that it's not straight. So again, you want to go to the 1/8, just like that. So you've got that little bitty score so that we can have the thing, and we want the shiny on the inside. So you're going to cut it like that, and then we're going to go ahead and put this on like this. Well, it looks like I might have actually scored this at 1/4, because it doesn't matter. It just makes it a little bit shorter, but that won't matter. And burnish it. Take off the sticky tape backing, and then add a little bit on the edges, so I just pulled it over. And so then you're going to line it up to the bottom, to butt it up right up against here, right up against the edge of your paper. Just kind of eyeball to make sure it's even. You're going to butt it up, and then you're just going to flip that down. And then there you go. See, there's our top piece. And then I want to make this one also a little bit with the nice corners, so it just looks better. So I'm just gonna make that a little bit of a diagonal. What is that called? It's not. I'm just gonna. I don't know if I can think. If anybody else can think of it, totally say it. I'll remember what it is. I'll remember it before I have to write it out on my blog, because I'll have all the measurements and stuff on my blog for how to make this. Ooh, there we go! Yay! What is that called? I can't think of what it is called. Okay, but it doesn't matter. Okay, there we go. So there is that inside pocket. And so what we're going to do with this is, let's get my, we're going to use this piece here, and let me see if I can make 2 circles with it. Oh, I did not want to punch that out. I think I need to sharpen my circle punch. And you can sharpen your punches by cutting through aluminum foil. But here we go. Let me circle it out. It doesn't have to be pretty. Okay, I'm gonna put that there. And I think I can do another one. Let's see, do I have enough room to punch another one out of this circle? Out of here, let's see if I can get this one to go. Oh yeah, I just must have had it wrong. So we'll put this one in this side. So I'm just gonna take some glue and I'm gonna put these on. And this is, when I punch these holes, this is just basically to make it so it's like a reinforcer, right? So that it doesn't tear, because we are going to put the what did I do with that other? Where did it go? Oh, it's right here. We just don't want it to tear when we punch our hole in the center. So we're going to put our thread, put our baker's twine through there, or your ribbon, however, whatever you want to put right there. So let that, and then on this side we're just going to punch it. Although I guess I could do the same if I had 2 more paper. But let's get this first, and then we'll worry about doing fixing that and let that dry. Because I think you should probably put one in this one too. Although we're going to put the brad at the top, and that's to hold the string so that it closes like that. Oh, isn't that cute? Okay, but let's make the pocket. Okay, so the pocket is, and I actually wrote out those measurements. It was on this thing right here. I put it on this one. I did. This is what happens when you, okay, 5.5. Okay, so I did it at 5.5. Okay, so we want to make this pocket 5.5, and it's going to be this way. So let's get my paper out. I was listening to the Men-at-Arms, Terry Pratchett's Men-at-Arms. I'm re-listening to the Guards, the City Watch. I'm really enjoying. They're fun. And listening to it, I think this is like my second full listening to it again. It's pretty awesome. Okay, and then 3 3/4 is, so you're going to do 5.5 because we're going to score it down and to make the front piece. And then it needs to be, so it needs to be 5.5 and 3 3/4 is the size of our pocket. So cut that, and then so we can save that piece because we can use that to make our little round thingies. And then we need to do the the scoring. So we want to make that again the 1/8. Remember, do it light so you don't tear your paper. And that's just to make our little layer like that. Awesome. And you want to do it on the sides too. So we're going to do 1/8 here and 1/8 here. Or I guess that's a quarter, isn't it? A fourth. I can never tell. I need to get out the... It's just so tiny, right? I think it is a fourth. It is a fourth. A fourth, not an eighth. Fourth. I don't know why I was thinking it was an eighth. It just, the fourth looks just so small, doesn't it? Okay, so let me move this out of the way. Here we go. Okay, but so you just need enough to put your tear and tape so you can attach it, but you want to keep your, you want to use as much as you can. So, like I said, I'll have the measurements. So I will re-measure everything to make sure I tell you the right stuff. Okay, so this is our little pocket. It's going to go right here on the front. Right, so we're going to do the same thing as we did on the front panel. We're going to go ahead and use our little oval, the modern oval punch. Punch that. We'll keep that piece. And then we need to cut this one edge so that it will and then we need to put on our tape. Tear and tape. So yeah, so do you guys have anything to drink? I got this really pretty new coffee cup. It is pretty in pink, right, with the daisies. Isn't that pretty? And it has like a really pretty little dish that I got to have my coffee on camera. Isn't that pretty? Mm. I shop local. It's one of our little local stores that was next to where my kids have their our vision center in town. And I had never been in there before and thought I would check it out, see what they had. And I found that cup and I was like, ooh, I must get it. Super cute. Okay. Add your tear and tape to the edge, just like this. Do. Oh my gosh. And use your bone folder. Love my bone folder. It kind of helps make sure you get that stuck on there because you don't want to tear. You don't want to tear your designer series paper trying to get this a little sticky up. But I think you really need tear and tape when you make these journals. I mean, glue would probably work too. It just is hard to, or maybe even stamp and seal. I have a real hard time with the stamp and seal, tearing my paper. I don't know why. Okay, so I'm just going to use my fingers to pat that down and fold that corner over. Okay. And fold that corner over. There we go. Now that I've got that, how I want that to go. And again, I'm just going to, on my front panel, so we know this is my front panel. I've cut that hold out so I won't lose that. I won't figure out which direction is which. And then I'm just going to line this up, see how it's, you want it to be kind of lined up, kind of centered with the corners, right? So you have the same amount here as you do here. So you kind of just eyeball it. And then stick it down. And then there you go. You've got your pocket. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? So cute. It's it's actually not that hard to do. Okay, now we got that one like that. What did I do with my, this is my hole puncher. So, this is my crocodile. Stampin' Up! Used to have them. I mean, you can still get these on Amazon or on your other store. Any of your other type. Go. Oh, okay, let's do the same thing. So on this other one, I didn't do that. Let's do that because I have some extra pieces. We saved our little pieces. So let's do that. Let's cut some little circles. The better one we can keep on the inside. Or I mean on the outside that shows. It's this one. So let's do that. Just to give it a little bit more stability with the when you're punching a hole, right? Give it a little bit more paper, and then definitely you want to be careful when we're going to put the. I did that one, so it looks. So here, look, it's the same, so you almost can't see it. And this one I did the different. So you can see that's what it looks like if you want it to be the same. If you don't want them to see it, it looks like that. Okay. Let's punch our hole. And I'm going to use the smaller hole punch for the top because this is where my brad's going to go. And I need to move my thing down. I had my little stopper made for this. These have these little, that's what these little screws are. They're like the little stopper for how you want your, if you want to measure how far in you want your hole to be the same all the time. This works really good if you're making a bunch of something, to have it a specific way. That is for, okay. And then I'm going to have these brads. So these are the round and circle brad, round and square brads. These black and white ones, these are actually, they're going around, they are going away. They are retiring. So grab some of those. I'll just put that in here like that. And that is what we're going to use for our paper. Is that super cute? Oh my gosh. Love, love, love. Okay. So look at that. Okay, now we just have to pick what kind of thread. I had some of this is like vanilla. You can get what other colors. Like I actually went into my stash and found on the one it had some. What did I do with that? The other one. This is that simply one of the papers we got from Celebration. Anyway, I had some Calypso Coral paper. She's not pretty. I do like these, the little polka dots. It's a little. I think this is now on. I think it's currently unavailable, but it'll be back. It's an online exclusive. It is a little stiff. I liked it because you can make the bow that went around it was a little stiff, so it was easy. And then put those on there. So, but it doesn't work for this piece here. So I have some of that. Let's see. I have a couple of different. This is white, so I really want. I really think I need white, which is why I kind of like the polka dots. I think it's a little too busy for this paper. I have some. So you can get whatever kind of colors you have in your stash. Here is this one. Does this one look good with it? I don't know. Oh, you know what would look really good, I think, is we had some ribbon that was, here we go, it's just in my ribbon thing. Give me 1 second, let me pull it. My husband made me this really nice, it's like a little wooden that I can put all my ribbon spools on. But to get them out, sometimes I have to pull it out. Yeah, do you guys have your ribbon? If I don't have my ribbon where I can see it and touch it, I forget it exists. Here we go. I really missed that. I really like that other ribbon. That one will work, I think, with the white stitching. And I think this one is still available. It's one that's retiring. I think it is with the real, there was like a real red, and that one is this ribbon. It's still available. Let's use this one. Okay. Ooh, and then we need white. So, let me get out my white. So you can get the white out of your baker's twine, although you could probably use the linen thread too. Linen thread works as well. Or white. I think I'll use the white though. But if you have, use whatever baker's twine you have that you like. I made a huge mess with that one that I made with the Calypso Coral because I could not get the end out. Okay. So this is what I've decided to try to do. So I just like loop it through, right? And you know that it takes about this much, and you don't need like a lot. So just measure, and you want to get, you know, maybe an inch past. You don't want to pull too hard. That's one of the reasons why we had to put the little extra pieces so it wouldn't be. But you don't need a lot, so maybe an inch more. And then cut it, and then I'll show you what I'm just going to do. And instead of trying to knot these two together like that, I like to just twirl it, or, you know, make the knot with the two of them like this, and then just move that knot all the way up. Like that. And then there is that closer. Isn't that cute? It works so nice. Love, love, love. Okay. And then on this side, we're going to make the for the pockets. And so I want to make the closure to be with this ribbon because this ribbon's nice. So you don't want it to be super tight because then you can't put stuff in it. But you don't want it to be so loose that it falls completely off. But because this one's a little bit wider, which is why I like it better than um, using some thread or yarn or baker's twine or whatever on here, is because you have a much better chance of actually tearing your paper, which I did on this one. And you can't really see it because I added a piece of scotch tape. I tore on the side when I was tying it together. I just put a piece of scotch tape on there. I found that if I just do it this way, and since this is a little bit wide, I'm just going to put a little piece of my tear and tape to hold it together like I would be making if I were doing it with paper, which you can totally do it with paper too. But I think it looks pretty with the ribbon. And I'm just going to put that on the side. And then pull it off. Just don't push it, don't pull it too tight. It's the only thing. And it is a bit tricky to get I found to get the backing off of ribbon. There we go. It's a little more tricky. Okay. We want it to close like that. We're going to put our stuff in it. So, how time am I? Got 15 minutes. We got 15 minutes. I can make some pieces to go in this in 15 minutes. Okay. So let's close this. So just don't make it too tight because you don't want it to you want to make it too loose, but you don't want to make it too tight because you want to be able to slide it on and off, and then when you put things in it, it'll get wider. So you could always do it at the end when you finish putting it together. I just like to make sure it works with the ribbon because I'm going to use this to make the little pull tabs. I use the same ribbon to make the pull tabs so it all matches. So I'm going to try to make a bow. Because it's so thick, it makes not as great a bow. But if you can tell, right when I made, what did I do with the other one? It was right here. I had it. What did I do with it? Did it fall? I don't know. I had it on there. It's here somewhere. I'll show a picture of it. It worked. Here it is. It does a good job of because it's so rough, that ribbon. Even though it's hard to make a big bow, it makes a good front piece. So you do have to work it a little bit to make it work nice. I twirled it the wrong way, of course. You gotta hold your tongue just right. There we go. And then let's make that cute, nice. I'm just gonna put that on there. And I'll cut my little edges. Nice. So I don't know if you if you've made any of these like cute little like mini journals, but when I wanted to cut it down was because it will fit into a envelope if you were to give it away. Now it will probably take way much more postage, let's use some glue dots, to get this in the mail, but because of the size, it will actually fit in an envelope. So you could mail it if you wanted to. You would need to probably do something like padded it, use a padded envelope, but it does make it nice if you want to give it to somebody in person in an envelope. That works. So we can take that down. Okay, so now let's make some little things to go in it. So depending on how you do your pocket, if you make it like mine, you want it to not be super tight, so you have a little bit of wiggle room on each side. Okay, so I did my piece, and it is should be 3 1/4 by 4 7/8. So So let's cut up some paper and let's make some. Uh-oh. What was that? I heard something. Something made noise. I don't know what it is. Okay. I've got a few more minutes. So let's make some little pieces for this. Like I said, I'll make sure I have all the measurements on my web page. I did get last week's done. So let's do 3 1/4 and up for you guys on Friday. No, just getting up early in the morning and doing stuff. I can get you guys, see you guys first thing in the morning, which is pretty awesome. Okay, what did I say it was? 4 7/8, right? So 4 7/8, just like that. Awesome. And then I'm going to use my, let's do some scissors. I'm going to use my little, I got one of those little, we used to have a mini stapler a long time ago, but we haven't had one for a while. So I've just been using, I did get a Tim Holtz one. It has the little mini craft staples. So I'm going to use that to do, and just put that in the middle. So you just cut a little piece of the ribbon. And let's go ahead. It has this nice long, oops. You gotta hold your tongue just right to get it on here. Just like that. And awesome. So you get that on there. So that's your pool. So we can put that in there. And then we have that whole extra. Did I not make it? Did I make it? No, there we go. Like that. And then you have all this other extra pieces from your 12 by 12 that you can use to decorate, to put on here. So you can either cover up. I think on this one I covered it up. So I'll do that. I'll put this piece here. And I guess I need to recut it. Let's see. I think I want it to be on this side. And I want it to be the same size. And what did I say this was? 4 7/8. 4 7/8. Okay, so we're going to make this 4 7/8 as well. Cut this off. Very vanilla. That's pretty. This paper is really pretty. I am glad that it's staying because it is quite pretty. And so you can decide if you want it to be on this way, if you want to show it. Oh, I think because I did this one at a 1/4 inch instead of the 1/8 inch, it's almost a little too big. Let me cut a little bit off. So that is the fun. Okay, there's the 1/8 right there. I did. So when I made these a little bit bigger, the little edges, it made my pocket just a tiny bit smaller. So I need to I'll make this one a little bit smaller. So I made it 1/8 of an inch smaller. A 1/4 of an inch, but it took an eighth of an inch off each side. So it should be 5 3/7. It should be 4 3/4. No, it looks like it's 5 1/2 or 4 1/2. So let's make this 4 1/2. There we go. Sweet. Okay. So yeah, you can just play it around because it'll, depending on where you put your stuff. Yeah, that fits so much better. You want to make it so it's not as tight because you don't want it to be super tight. That'll make it harder for your people you're giving it to open it. Just like that. Nice. Okay, so let me add some glue to this. Go to the shiny side. And you can, of course, then decorate your little pages however you want. If you want to stamp on them. Let's see, because I use this to get out that stamp set. Use whichever your favorite stamp set is. So, there we go. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. And then it closes. So we got our first one in. Isn't that pretty? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. And so these other ones, let's see, I cut them at, need to look at my measurements. Okay, let's put this one back so I don't lose it. And, or was it in this other one? Oh, it was in this one. I already put it back in the wrong place. Right here. And I added hello to the bottom. This is that hello that I got with, from Celebration. I had that set out. I do like these. These are cute little note cards. You could stamp on them and do pretty. I think you could probably cut down or even use some of our memories and more cards. Would probably fit into here as well. So look how cute. Just looks so cute. Okay, so these ones are, the tags are 3 inches by 5 inches and 3 inches by 3.5. Okay, it's for these two. And then this one is 3.5 inches by 5. So awesome. Okay, so let's get some paper and let's see how big is this little piece here. This little piece is, let's make that 3 inches by 3.5. Right, that's what the small one was. So now we have one small piece, and then we need 3.5 by 5 is a long piece. Yep, and it's 3.5. So you can put as many as you want in there. These are fun. By 5. Said, I think some of the memory and more, you could probably cut your memory and more cards down so they will fit in your in here. And then, yep, and then this one, and I need a long one. What did I say the long one was? 3 inches by 5. So I need a 3 inches by 5, and that's the wrong piece of, it's not, that's a piece of scrap paper. I had a piece of scrap paper here. What did I do with it? I've lost it. Okay, so there we go. I say 3 inches by 5. It's a little bit smaller. So the inside one, bigger ones are 5 by 3.5, and the little one is 3 by 5. And that, and then again, in the same way that I made this piece right here, you just need to make the little pulls in the same way that I did on that one by just cutting a little piece of the paper thing. All right, let's see here. Okay, and we're coming up on an hour. Can you believe it? It goes by so quick. It goes so quick when we're crafting. So I hope you guys enjoyed making this cute little I guess, is it like a mini journal card? A mini journal card. I will also have the one that had the reel that I saw that inspired me. I'll make sure I'll include that on my post when I get that in. Go. So, and all of how, and the finished, I'll finish up how to make some of those. As you can see, how cute is this, right? And then we made the little bow. And if you want it to be this way, you just need to turn your, you just glue your bow on with glue dots the other way, right? So I have it this way, so you can have it this way. If you wanted it to go this way, you just put your paper that way, and then have the bow go down this way, because it can go either way, depending on what you like, and how you stamp your message. So I hope you guys liked today's quick but cute mini journal. Oh, so cute. Love, love, love. And with one piece of designer series paper and some white cardstock. Love, love, love. That turned out super cute. You do need your tear and tape. And then don't forget that if you want anything from the retiring list, any of the products from the annual catalog that is going away, the sale starts on April 9th, but if there's something you really must have, you want to get it before then, because it's all while supplies last. So things are starting to sell out, so you want to make sure you don't miss anything that you really, really want. There are some really great sales that start on the 9th. I think I'm going to wait and see about some iridescent gems. I'm very sad about the iridescent gems going away. And then also we are in our next second quarter of the paper pumpkin, which means we've already gotten our add-on dies that coordinate with this quarter's paper pumpkins. And they have that beautiful butterfly and the butterfly outline, sentiment. Is that a hexagon? And the thanks. Isn't that a gorgeous thanks? I really love that as a die, which is fantastic. And of course, you do need a paper pumpkin subscriber to get those, but this is available right now in my online store. And then you have until April 10th to get to subscribe to get the April paper pumpkin, which is Delicate Wings. You can tell it's a butterfly. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, I love paper pumpkin. So thank you guys so much for joining me. It's 1 minute till 9. Yay! And I'll have all the measurements and pictures of the finished product up on my website. So I hope you guys enjoyed making this cute little journal. It's fun that will fit into an envelope. So have a great rest of your day and happy crafting. Bye, guys.